Hey guys, welcome back to another Preachers Creatures video. And what I thought we'd do today is, in our last video, we did a unboxing of the Dragon Den. This is the FX GX test drive box, and so we did an unboxing, but we didn't play with any of the stuff. And so I thought, well, we'll just do a series of where we're showing you guys what this is. Again, this is a bait makers co-op, and so it just boils down to it's a bunch of bait makers that go in together and order in bulk, so we can drive the price down, get order more, which in turn gets the price cheaper for everybody. And so far I've been very impressed with all the products that I've gotten, and look forward to playing with this box. I haven't the last box I got was the one that was featuring more of the glitters, and they had a few extra things in there to kind of preview what was coming in the next box. And so here we are. We got the next box in, and I want to showcase three different things. This is one of the mix-ins, and this has everything in it you need. It has highlight powder. It has glitter. I'm not sure exactly what all else it has in it. I don't think it has any pigment in it, but this is a recipe that was submitted by other bait makers that are using these products, and to showcase what this stuff can do. And so we're going to use that. That's mix in A, and then we're going to explore RX1, and get that. Got that gnat. He didn't expect me to be that fast, did he? This is RX1, and of course you can see there's a liquid in there, and so we'll need to shake that up real good, get that incorporated, and do that. And then finally we're going to showcase FX1, and I look forward to seeing that. All of these are measured out to be used in a half a cup of plastisol, and with the caveat of if it's too saturated for you, you can always add more. But we're going to stick to the half cup, because so far I really like the looks of that you get with a half a cup. Here's an example right here of a half a cup saturation, and it is absolutely gorgeous. So and again, they don't have any pigment in it whatsoever. This is just, these are additives, and so let's get the plastisol warmed up, and we'll get this party started. Again, this is test cup A. Excuse me, test cup A, and this is a mix-in. I like to flick the top of the lid, try to get some of that powder down in there, and you just dump the whole cup in there. Okay. You can see some little fairies are flying. I'm not sure if that, I think they do what's called dragon scales, I think is part of it. You know, some of this stuff, the only difference is the size of the particles. And so I'm just going to stir that in. And it looks like it's got some black flake in it, some green highlight, some gold leaf-like flake. That is looking good. Hopefully y'all can see that in the cup. And there is a thing on the cards that allow you to Sorry, I'm setting my light up. Always forget my light. There is a thing on the cards that come in there that a QR code you can scan and get the recipes for these. So that's pretty cool. All right, guys. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to move the camera so I can get get my air vise and everything hooked up. And because I like shooting these test samples in baits that I like to fish, so that I can see, make a good judgment on. So we're going to pause the video, and when you see me next, we'll be set up and ready to shoot. Beautiful. Now, I'll go ahead and tell you, sometimes I go to shoot all three of these baits, and I may not have enough to shoot but two of them without breaking the sprue off, or not breaking the sprue off, but breaking the top part off so that I can add it back. So I decided I was just going to shoot the 3" and the 2" for this video. I like shooting the 1/16 as well, but initially this 3" drinks so much plastic that I'm going to err on the side of caution so that we don't get bubbles in the baits, and we can have a little bit better video. All right, we are back, and let's pull these beauties out. Let's start with the 2" Crappie Slayer. Again, the reason I shoot this is because I want to see these baits. I want to see the results of these in a bait that I like to fish. And I definitely like to fish the Crappie Slayer. So here we go. See if we can peel that beauty open. And there she is in the mold. You don't see a whole lot in the mold a lot of times. There's kind of a green hue to it. A little peel to reveal action. And then and quit stumbling around. There we go. Gorgeous color. Let me shed a little bit of light on the subject. How about that? Yes, sir. Let's look at the end grain. I like transparent baits. I like jewel tones, that kind of thing. And I will show it to you on the thing there. Let's see if we can't zoom in. I'm experimenting with a new camera as well, guys, so pretty excited about that. I'm not having to take my phone out of its case so I can get the microphone hooked up to it. Let's do this here. That's pretty nice, I have to say. See that green? Alright, so let's get reset, and we are going to after we get reset, we are going to shoot the next cup, which is RX1. RX1. I guess I should remember to zoom out, shouldn't I? Alright, RX1. We'll get set and we'll be back. Well, duh. I forgot. I shot the 3" What is going on with me? Let's look at that 3-inch slayer right quick. Sorry, you're not getting a peel to reveal on this one. You're just getting the reveal. Yeah, that works though. That works. Make sure I got it in focus. Just a subtle green hint to it. Let's get you guys zoomed in on that. That is magical. See a little blue in there? A little blue, maybe a little purple, I'm not sure. But I tell you what, that's impressive. All right, now we'll get set up and shoot the RX1. And hopefully that'll be another winner. All right, guys, so we're back. Got another half a cup. Actually, I messed up. This one's more of like a 3/4 cup, but that's okay. We can learn anyway. All right, I guess I could pour out some of it, but let's just roll with it, okay? So we got this RX1, been shaking it up. I'll shake it up a little bit in front of the camera so you can watch my belly bounce around. If you're gonna put yourself out there on YouTube, you can't have a lot of pride. At least not looking like me. Anyhow, all right. So let's get the lid off of this. And this is a powder suspended in liquid, and I'm not sure if this is what they call their dragon blood. I know they have a liquid that they call pigments and stuff. They call dragon blood. I don't know that they're necessarily pigments, but or highlights. So, all right. So we got as much as that as we can, and let's stir that in. Again, remember this is in 3/4 of a cup. I messed up, but I think it's still going to look absolutely gorgeous. Look at that, gold to purple, gold to violet, or gold to pink. I'll have to get the card right quick so I can see what it is. That's RX1. So that's supposed to be rose to gold, and there's supposed to be, yep, some green in there that you can pick up. And that's the RX1, rose to gold to green. That is beautiful the way it is. But I tell you what I want to do. I want to use another product that came in the box, and that is, I gotta dig it out, so give me just a second. It's on the bottom. Here it is. The Random Cut Black Flake. Random Cut Black Flake. And this is the smaller. And so we're just going to take that and we're going to dump that in and mix that in. Let's see what it does. It certainly darkened it up. But it's bringing some stuff out, guys. You can really see that rose, and then as I bring it up, you can see the green hue. I'm gonna have to reheat it, but you can see that rose and that gold, and then where the black flake, in between the black flake, you can see that green, or at least I can. That's pretty sweet. I didn't expect it to darken it up that much, but hey, that's all part of this test drive, guys, is doing this stuff and experimenting with it, seeing if it's something that you like, And so that's the RX1. All right, let's glove up and get ready to shoot. Now, just in case you're wondering, it did not stain. The black glitter did not stain. It darkened it like a backer, like putting a couple drops of black in there. But I'm surprised at how dark it made it, but that is pretty neat. So we're going to shoot this 3-inch Slayer and the 2-inch Slayer. We'll do that in each one of them, and so that we can have an even across the board. We're not really comparing them. We're just demonstrating them. It's going to be interesting to see what this looks like in these smaller baits. All right, we'll be back when it cools. All right, guys. We'll get these molds, set them out, and I have a feeling we're not going to need the black felt for these, but I could be wrong. So let's crack open this crappy Slayer 2-inch, and we there it is. But you can see in that, you can see brighten that light up. You can still see the gold and the rose, and yeah, you start getting at that angle, you see more of the gold and some of the green picking up in that. So let's peel this puppy out here. Hope that's in focus. Well, we just took that test drive to a parking lot that we wasn't expecting. Oh, that's where, you know, parking lots is where a lot of us learned how to drive, school parking lots and stuff. But yeah, that is definitely a different spin on it just from adding the black flake. And what's crazy is this was the color, the original color, with that rose, that gold, that green, and just by adding the black flake, that is crazy. So, all right, so let's hang that one up, and now let's get the 3-inch Slayer, and we'll do a reveal on it. That is crazy. And I mean, you can still pick up the rose and the gold plain as day. The green's a little bit harder to see, but I mean, it's there. It is there. So, anyhow, tell me what you think about that. That was definitely an unexpected reaction. I don't know that it's necessarily a bleeding flake. I don't know that any of these have been mentioned to bleed, but I don't know. If you are in the Dragon Den co-op and you know if that's just the black glitter. There's a thin, get a little light closer to it. I can still see now when I do that, I can see a little green haze. But anywho, that's interesting. All right, so let's go with one more cup, And we'll do our last one of the day, which is going to be this FX1. And I will not, I won't add anything to that because it looks like, it almost looks like it's kind of a mix-in, but I may be wrong. But it's FX1. We're going to get stuff out of this cup and pour some more plastisol and give you the next one in line. All right, guys, we got our final cup of plastisol for this video up to temp, and we are going to be throwing in the FX1 sample cup. Let me pop this top. Let's see. Try to get all the yummy crummies. Alright, so let's dump this away from my mixing knife so it don't get caught up on that. Watch the fairies fly. So I was thinking about the last shot of adding the black to the RX. I mentioned I didn't know if it was you know, maybe the glitter was bleeding, but I just remembered the Dragon Den does not use the plastic type glitter. It uses it's actually a glass, and so I don't know that stuff bleeds or discolors. So it may just be that the amount that I put in there, maybe I should have just put maybe a 64th or something, but it certainly did something crazy. Cool, but crazy. Now here, this is the man, that is gorgeous. Hopefully you can see that. Got that green and gold. FX1, let me look at the card here. The FX1 is, again, so we did the RX1, which is rose, gold, and green. And then this is the FX1, which is rose, gold, and green. But it's a, I'm thinking it might be the size of the particles is the difference. And I can definitely see that these look larger. The green and the yellow, the gold, definitely look larger than what we just showed. So let's see here. I'm going to try to zoom in a little bit more on this camera. There we go. You can see that a little bit better. I'm going to get my temperature, see if we need to bump it. Nah, we're at 322. We can go with that. So let's just quickly move the camera, and we'll keep the recording going, and we'll shoot this FX1, and that will give you a good idea what the other one would have looked like without. Of course, this is a mix-in cup too, using the FX1, and the reason I say that is because it's already got black powder in it, or black powder, black random cut flake in it, but nowhere near the amount that I put in. So that was my mistake, guys. But you know, at least we learning something from it. Okay. And again, the recipes to these mix-ins, they got a QR code that you can use to follow those, so that you can see what it takes to make these recipes. All right, guys, here we go. Got the baits with the FX1, and sorry about the compressor kicking on at the last. That was It's always aggravating, but you got to have it if you're going to have air vise. I love shooting with the air vise, and it just makes it so much easier, quicker. Here's the plug. I don't know if I don't necessarily like showing the plug because they're very dull, and they just don't really do a good justice. The baits will come out nice and clear. So anyway, tried to have another light on, but that's just going to be too much for me. All right, so here we go. 2-inch crappie Slayer. Oh no, it did not shoot. That's on me, guys. Well, there's a couple of them here. I'll just take them off the sprue. I have one that's solid. Yeah, this one's solid. So, but we did get some of the 3-inch ones. But that'll give you a good idea. Let me get the black felt here. I can show you on that black felt. Beautiful. All right, so here we go. 3-inch crappie Slayer. Yeah, that's pretty neat. Peel to reveal. Yeah, buddy. I'm a simple creature. It don't take much to impress me. Alright, so let's get these up and let you see all that goodness. All that shiny goodness. Put a black backer on it. And these more transparent colors, that's where you really going to see the shine, is up against the black backer like that. I'll zoom in. That is gorgeous. I love it. I love it. And that's just, you know, there's no pigment to that, guys. It's, you know, that's just the additives. And so, yes, sir. All right, guys. Well, I hope you learned something from this video. I certainly did. You don't add a whole bunch of black flake to the. You still need to measure it out, and I just dumped a whole cup of it in there. I'm going to get a. I will get a. Let's see here. What I can do. Let me get this camera, and let's do a. Widen that out. So there we go. There was cup A. And there was the. Let me see here. RX cup with black flake added. It's supposed to be this color. And then this is the FX. And so this is what this would have looked like if I hadn't have added the black flake. The only difference is you can see more graininess in that. So it's more like a macro particle, where this one would have been more of a micro particle. But you can still see the rose and the gold in there and the green. You can still see it. It just don't punch like it does in this. but I'm telling you, it'll still fish. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate you tuning in to another Preachers Creatures video. And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button if you're not a subscriber to the channel. And don't forget, you'll love the features of Preachers Creatures.